Well, that's exciting. Hey there, beer tubers! Welcome back to Maxwell Starr's beer reviews here tonight with the Sithe. You can breathe now. Anyway, we're going to review a beer. Actually, we could have saved this for a special occasion, but you know what? It's a special occasion anytime we have Mr. Sean on with us. So, all right. So, without further ado, I lost the tab that was in. We're going to take a look at something from Trois Mousquetaires, which is, if I can get that to focus, Déjeuner Impérial, which is a 11.5% ABV Imperial Stout, which is brewed with, an Imperial Stout that's aged on, it's aged on bourbon barrels for, I think, 9 months on 12-year-old bourbon barrels, as well as it's aged with maple staves added and maple syrup and cold steeped with premium coffee. So it's a whole bunch of Sean's favorite things here. I know
Imperial coffee.
If there's anybody here that enjoys coffee more than I do, I know it's this guy over here who I believe the first few days after you arrived, I dropped the care package of beer off on your doorstep, which included a bottle of this bad boy.
Hey, I've held on to it.
And you have. I said, well, we should do a review of this at some point, and you held on to it like a good person.
Yep.
I'm actually surprised you did, because that we said we were going to review it like 6 months ago.
I'm a man of my word.
All right. Anyway, let's crack the top off of this thing, and I might need a corkscrew for this shit.
Let's hope it doesn't come down to that. That'll cause a very large delay.
I think it's just on my other desk. Oh, hold on. I really should have thought. It's like half the time you get a cork that's like... Oh, there we go. Oh, well, it's coming. Half the time you get a cork that wants to fucking blow off the top of the bottle. Half the time you get a cork that's like doesn't want to friggin' move. Thankfully, this is kind of somewhere in between. Oh, that was anticlimactic, wasn't it? Well, anyway. Oh boy, is the wait worth it though? Let's pour this thing in here. Again, it doesn't look like a hell of a lot of carbonation, but who needs that in a beer like this?
Dear God, that's dark.
Wow. Is it ever? My arm's sore after that. Wow, is that ever dark? It's like maybe a little hint of ruby red around, but it's almost like watching a solar eclipse. There's just like a thin ring.
I was gonna say I can't see squat through that.
I'm about a finger ahead. You didn't get any at all.
I got no head.
Boy, that's a beautiful looking like Imperial Stout though. That looks sexy. All right, whiff time.
Maple and coffee.
Got the chewy.
Little bit of molasses.
Chewy caramel. Hints of coffee. Little bits of chocolate. Yes, molasses. Like dark sugars, like a black tar, what do you call it? Extract molasses or something.
Really,
like warming, a little bit of warming, almost like a hint of vanilla there, but apparently I'm not a good judge of vanilla according to Scott.
There's no vanilla there.
I don't know. I'm getting a really nice chewy. Like if there's any beer that smells chewy, like getting a whiff of it out of the glass like this.
Yeah, I could agree with that. It smells like
smells soft and inviting.
Black licorice.
Yes, black licorice. I will give you that. That smells beautiful.
Agreed.
Almost like a hint of chocolate, like chocolate syrup, like rich chocolate syrup you get. Not a heck of a lot of maple.
No.
But I mean,
really oily lacing.
Let me take a look. Holy crap! There's like a quarter of an inch of oil slick around the edge of the glass. That's like super oily. Holy! Like, can you see that in the glass? Kind of. Yeah. It
If
looks,
you see it
I
on
don't
here,
know.
but like,
Yeah, like I'm getting like this much oil slick around the edge of the glass.
yeah, like
That is
wherever it
super
touches,
nice.
it leaves the ring.
Yeah, you can kind of see it there.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I say this is as soon as it focuses. There we
There
go.
you go.
Yep. All right. I'd say it's time to put this thing down the hatch. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my God. Hell yes. Oh yeah. Rich, dark, exploding with like chocolate and licorice.
Lots
Yeah.
and lots of black licorice in the when you
Rich,
swallow.
the coffee's definitely faded, but it's still quite there. Like you get this nice rich roasty
Aftertaste.
aftertaste of coffee.
Lots of coffee aftertaste.
Like a rich potent coffee. We actually have a comment here from Andrew Watts. He's saying, "How's it going? We are doing actually really good drinking this beer."
Yeah.
Yeah, the more you drink it, the more coffee I get out of this. The main thing I'm not getting though is I'm not getting a heck of a lot of maple.
No, there's like no maple, but there is some molasses. Molasses up
molasses.
front.
Yeah, I mean, very little maple, maybe just a hint, but it's more. And I'm also getting like a hint of like a deep, rich, like red berry kind of thing going on, like a hint of like this, just a hint of tannicness. I don't think it's like an off flavor or anything. It's just maybe that's just how like the strong coffee and sugar is coming off like a good. It's like drinking it's like drinking a Imperial Stout with a rich dark coffee.
Yeah. Lots and lots of coffee.
I think
Lots of dark.
I even like this
dark
better
chocolate.
than. I don't know if you did. Did I give you a bottle of the? I think I did. The Cafe del Bastardo from Nickelbrook, didn't I? I can't remember if I did that or not.
I can't remember either offhand.
But I almost feel like I like this better, and I can't believe like I was saying before we went live tonight. I think this is actually my third bottle of this. Me drinking this because the first one I bought at the Moncton NB Liquor Experience store back in like March, and it was like $20 a bottle. And then when it went on clearance, it might have actually been last winter, but when it went on clearance, they actually distributed it to the main, like the major stores in like Moncton, Quispam, and Fredericton, just to get rid of them. And when they showed up here, it was like $12 or $13 a bottle for a bottle of this. And I'm like, why is it sitting on the shelf for this long? So I bought like 3 of them. And I gave one to Sean when he came back in July from living out west. And it was just like, how is this a shelf turd? How is this a shelf turd? This is fucking amazing.
It is very good. I almost find it too rich, though.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like there's tons and tons of flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all good flavors. It's just almost too much.
Too much of a good thing for you?
Yeah. Like this is not something I could really just like. I don't know if I'll be able to drink the whole bottle of this.
Oh wow,
That's
it is quite sweet. I will.
Yeah,
I agree with that. It's not like I wouldn't call it cloyingly sweet, but I do find it sweet.
It's very sweet. Lots of coffee, bit of maple, a little bit of black licorice. There's just so many flavors and they're all over the place. And like you don't really taste the alcohol, but you can feel the alcohol.
True. Well, I don't know. I like it, and when it comes to that kind of beer, that's actually kind of the stuff I like. So
I know, and normally this is like the style thing that I'm over the moon about. But this just almost feels. It's
like overload.
Yeah.
Like sensory overload, maybe. I don't know. For me, I love it. I think the only thing I don't like about it is the fact that it advertises maple. You don't get a whole lot of maple. There's a hint there. It's more about the coffee and the big barrel aged Imperial Stout, which are both things I fucking love.
Yeah. It's also like I find that it has a really thick, like almost like sit in the back of your throat after like holds on oily feel.
That's true too. Yeah, it's got a very big lingering chocolate and licorice and like greasy feeling in the back of your throat. I mean, not greasy is probably saying it taking it too extreme, but it's got this coating that leaves a coating in the back of your throat. But I don't know. It's still the kind of beer I love. So like a bourbon barrel aged Imperial Stout, like you could do a whole lot worse than this.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Anyway, what do you think? What are you going to give it for a rating?
I'm going to give it 3.75, and just like the reason that like it is a phenomenal beer. Don't get me wrong. It's just I think they would have done like all things considered. Like you said, normally it's a $20 beer. I think they should have put it in smaller bottles because this much of this you can't drink alone. It tastes phenomenal, but it's just too much.
It's a sharing beer. Yeah.
It is definitely a sharing beer. It is not something you can sit down and just enjoy yourself, I don't think. And like lots and lots of flavors. Could take that bottle and easily split it with 4 people and everybody would enjoy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like this is the kind of thing we could have done like really enjoyed when we were doing our old beer review with all the guys.
Yeah, exactly.
But
whereas like I don't think I would be able to sit down and truly enjoy a full bottle of this. And to me, that's an issue.
Yeah, that is an issue because that's totally not like you. I mean, that's really not like you.
I know. Yeah. And that's why I can't give it a score like I've given other Imperials.
Yeah, well, fair is fair. As far as my rating goes, I see this is the kind of beer that I really like. And I've had quite a few bourbon barrel aged Imperial Stouts. I've been lucky enough to try it because they don't make them here. I get a lot of them sent to me by my buddy Greg out in Ontario. Who, yes, I'm shouting out Greg. Hi, Greg. And I've been lucky enough to try some of the big ones like Double Tempest, Bring Out Your Dead from Bellwoods. You had that one? Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, I gotta say, like, if I were to compare this over to the likes of like Nickelbrook's Cafe del Bastardo, I like that better than this. The coffee fades really quick on that one, and it's almost hard to tell there's any coffee in this. This sucker is 2 years old, and I'm still getting coffee. I get it; it's faded, but it's there, and I find that this is bigger, bolder, tastier than Cafe del Bastardo. So that's kind of what, in my mind, I'm comparing this to, and the Ontario people probably will understand. But totally. I'm going to give that 4.5 just because I really, really like this.
Do you remember the Cigar City Imperial Stout?
What was that one called? I think I remember having that and you brought it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was called. I just remember that it was a phenomenal beer.
I'm going to look it up now. Cigar. I remember doing it with you. Or maybe you drank it. You remember the one you brought from the store up in Fredericton? It was the Big Bad Baptist from what's the name of that brewery in the States? Big Bad Baptist. Epic Brewing's Big Bad Baptist. Okay. That was fucking fantastic. But we were drinking it like at a games night at Justin's place. Anyway, yeah, I get you. It's a bit much. It's a little. It's sensory overload if you're really in. It's still. I guess it really depends on whether or not. I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm used to it, but I mean, I would say that yes, would be very hard to enjoy like all by yourself. But I'm going to enjoy trying tonight.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like I say, it's 3 to 4 people if you bought this, I'd say. And pair it with something that, you know, this paired with a nice steak.
Oh yeah, something smoky like ribs, or be good with something smoky, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna take this offline. We've already been going for 15 minutes, so I want to say thank you, Sean, for coming on, and it's definitely a nice enjoying a beer with you again.
Cheers.
And we'll talk to you folks later. Cheers.